Hey guys, welcome to the Masters Supplemental Podcast for the Post Open Cycle 2. I am Matt. This is Gabe. We're here to talk to you about some housekeeping items first. So Gabe, what do you got for us?
Yeah, the first thing I wanted to talk about is we're going to be offering a 1-month free intro period for the complete tier. That's typically where you're finding all your master's programming and things like that. And I think that we have a great core group established. And I want you guys to tell your friends, invite people that you think might benefit from being in this group, so that we just get more people included in it. The more scores we have, the more people that we have to bounce stuff off, the bigger community we have, the better it will be.
We've had so many people ask us about our master's programming and what it's about, and why does it cost $70 a month, like all that stuff. Here's a chance to check it out, right? It's a great opportunity to get in there, meet some fellow masters, maybe find some people in your area, and then do the same program. We've had good success with a lot of athletes, so a chance to actually check it out and see what it's all about.
Cool. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is the cycle consults. We typically do a cycle consult at the beginning of each cycle. We're not going to do that for post-open cycle 2. And the main reason is this is a bit of a continuation of post-open cycle 1. I'm going to be repeating some things and doing cycles over again, essentially, with adding in accessories and stuff like that. And so we want to make sure that the focus is still on the similar things, and then we're also going to really ramp up and get our ducks in a row for the start of cycle 1, which is really the time to start planning for your season prep and stuff like that. So if you do have any issues, any videos that you need looked at from the post-open cycle 1, or any pressing issues that you need to get in touch with us at, just email me at gabe@misfitathletics.com, and we'll get you taken care of on those.
All right, so I'm going to go off with some new things for the post-open cycle 2. Gabe recently contacted Crossover Symmetry. They sent him a set. A lot of our athletes getting ready for regionals got a set of this device, Crossover Symmetry, and I don't know how you feel, but the other guys seem to really, really like what this is doing to their shoulder health, right? Yep. In the sport of CrossFit, we do a lot of pressing in the frontal plane, right? But we don't do a lot of rotation of our scap and our shoulder. And a lot of us lack strength in those areas, or we're hunkered down from being in a desk job all day, tighten our shoulder. Well, it's going to help balance out that shoulder and get you ready to move barbells overhead, or go through handstand push-ups, or go through chest-to-bar pull-ups. So if you don't have one, you might want to consider getting, because it's going to be extra credit every single day at the end of your warm-up.
Yes, it's going to be extra credit, and the big thing is that I've been using it daily, and it's been huge for me. And what I don't want to do is force you to get a crossover symmetry. So there will be warm-ups in addition to the crossover symmetry, but I do believe in the product and what it does for your shoulder enough that I want to give you guys a chance to do it. And I'm going to be putting in specific crossover symmetry warm-up prep exercises in there. And the other thing is there are other ways to basically simulate crossover symmetry. So if you don't feel like going out and spending that money on it, there are other cheaper options. Do your research, find it.
Yep. Good luck, guys.
Yep. So we're going to move into strength, and the things with strength that I really want to talk about is some of the feedback that I got regarding strength cycles and lifting cycles is that sometimes a 4, 6 week, 8 week cycle is not enough to really make or realize some of the improvements that we want you guys to make. Sometimes right when you guys are really getting the feel for a good squat cycle or something, a position, and we move on to the next cycle. So for front and back squats, we're going to be doing the same cycles over again that we were doing with no belt, no accessories, but now we're going to be adding in accessories. You can use your knee sleeves, you can use your belts, you can use your lifters, and you get to really focus on, okay, I spent so much time not relying on these things and improving my positions. Now, can I still, focus on those positions with these accessories and not go back to the same old movement? So that's going to be part of the strength cycle, and so hopefully you guys can make a lot more progress in terms of better position equals
plus
better
toys
numbers.
equals heavier squats.
Yes, exactly. We are going to be doing the sumo deadlift that the regular blog is going to be doing. So we're going to have that once a week, and hopefully that allows you to deadlift from a different position, not put crazy stress on your back, not, hopefully it just goes a
lot of people
long
find that wider stance doesn't have their pelvis run into their femur, so
right.
they can actually get into that position without feeling any rounding of the lumbar curve. So for a lot of you, that might be a good way to supplement your normal deadlift program with a way of deadlifting that doesn't impinge your hip.
Exactly. So we're going to be participating in that, and hopefully you guys see a lot of results with that. And then the other strength thing that we're going to be doing is strict press cycle, and we're going to be using a bodybuilding style for our strict press. We're going to be doing, it'll be 3 sets. It'll be a 10-10 and then an AMRAP, and you'll have different percentages to do this. And the idea behind this is that, again, this is a preparation cycle for the rest of the training season. All right. So by cycle 1, I want you guys to have all the little things in line so that we can really focus on what we need to get ready for the season. And this is going to allow you to work a little bit on some of the smaller muscles. It's going to work on positioning. And now with this, when you get to your AMRAP, I don't want AMRAP with broken spine. I don't want that. I want good quality reps, but I want you guys to push yourself a little bit and feel that burn that you get from the higher reps. Just so, I mean, it has a lot of carryover to connective tissue.
If you're not sure you're doing it right, video yourself. Video yourself, right?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the easiest
absolutely.
way to do this. If you don't think you're doing that right, video yourself and watch yourself do it. You catch a lean or your rib cage starts to stick out, count it, call it a set. Don't keep working through that.
And the big thing I want to mention behind that is that for us as you're aging, especially if you're in the older groups, not the 35 to 39, when you're in the 45 plus, it's not so much about building tissue. It's not so much about building crazy strength. It's more about putting yourself in a good, strong position to move the weight that you're going to be moving. So we're not looking necessarily for 50-pound PRs on any given lift. We're looking for you to be sound in your mechanics
and be able to do it over and over again.
Exactly, exactly. Because that's really what the test is about when you get to the higher levels in the qualifier in the games. Yep.
I guess moving on to Ollie now. So we're going to be doing snatching. We're going to be clean and jerking the last rep. But both things are going to be 3 positions. So you're going to see you guys work through both high hang, low hang, and from the floor. This is kind of a precursor to what's coming next cycle. When cycle 1, we like to go back and we like to break things down from pause, high hang, low hang, and from the floor down the way. So essentially, this is just a warm up towards that, right? And you get a chance to work on those things in a combination with each other. So we're going to work through high hang, low hang, and from the floor in complex style. So you get a chance to do all 3 of these so that when you get to cycle 1, you're not like, I've never done this before. So if you're new to our program, something you're going to see down the road, chance to practice it now, especially while you have the free month, might as well capitalize.
And all these positions, we're going to have videos that you can look at to reference. We've already shot those videos. What's a good low hang position? What's a good power position? And the other thing is these are all going to be drop-in reset reps. So you're going to be deadlifting each one in a good quality Olympic lifting deadlift. So you're going to accumulate reps with that, and so it's not just going from the hang. So you're really going to get a chance to identify what is it that sucks in my lifting. Is it a poor low hang position? Am I all the way forward? Do I not really hit power position? Like, you're going to get a good chance to really focus and hone in on that. So,
all right. Well, moving on to the accessory, Gabe.
Cool. Last thing is accessory. And so we talked about in the regular podcast, the muscle up template, and you guys are going to be given the full dose of the muscle up template, and you're going to have a chance to choose. Is it volume that you need to work on, or is it strength that you need to work on? So 3 days a week, you're going to have a choice of muscle up strength or muscle up volume template, and what you need to do is really choose which one is going to help you out the most, and stick with that. Don't bounce back and forth between the strength and the volume one, depending on which day looks better. Pick one.
Do not do that. This will not work if you do that.
Pick one
Disclaimer.
and go with it. So that's a big thing for your accessory work. The other accessory work will be midline focused. You'll have that time under tension piece stuff. And then the last one is going to be bench press. We're going to be doing larger sets of bench press. And the primary goal of this is going to be a sound shoulder and good pressing, good tension in your front rack that will apply to shoulder overhead. So it's gonna be closer grip stuff.
So I can't go powerlifting style.
It's literally with everything else that is programmed, and a lot of the dips that you'll be doing, a lot of the stuff that you'll be doing in terms of muscle up strength and whatever. This is gonna be a great accessory to help you establish that sound shoulder and make sure that you get that full range of motion in the bottom, so you have a good mobility in your pec, because you can't really do it if you don't have that mobility. And the thing that we're going to ask that if you have it great. And if you don't, go get one. Is we're going to ask that you use a slingshot if possible, because that's really going to save your shoulder. And we're doing higher volume, so it's going to be 5, 8, or 10 rep sets. So if you're doing that, for that many reps, 5 by 10, you really want to make sure that you're not like way out here and putting crazy strain on your shoulder and your pecs.
Yeah, we don't want that. We saw enough of that at regionals this year, so make sure we get those healthy.
So other than that, it's going to be pretty similar in terms of conditioning and stuff like that to the last cycle. So it's just really a continuation and setting you guys up for cycle 1.
Yeah, last thing I'd say, guys, we have a Masters group on Facebook. If you're not part of it, get into it. Meet some friends, find people to throw down with. Sometimes you can't get into a gym with other masters and work out day in and day out, so there's a chance to find some, competitive outlet there. A lot of you get better by pulling each other along, like, hey, so-and-so is good at muscle-ups, hey, so-and-so is good at deadlifting. Let's chase them, and that's how you get better, right? So find a community, get better there, and see you next time, guys.
Thanks, guys.